What is going on, everybody? It's Marine here. If you're like the thousands of players who just got Armored Core 6 and have not played any of the Armored Core games, this guide series is to help you understand how to go about each individual mission. Now, a little bit of a side note before we get started. I will not be showcasing how to start a new game or anything with that. Once you hit the press any, it will prompt you to give you your own call sign and where it can save your game. Other than that, those are about the two areas where you would get started. What you will see whenever I hit press any button will be my current mech. I will be going through and showcasing a guide on what to expect with each mission. So, let's go ahead and dive right back in. Armored Core 6 takes place on a planet known as Rubicon, where you are to investigate a coral convergence or an issue on a substance called coral. As you can see, I press new game. I'm not about to completely delete my entire progress and go from there. You will not have access to all of these areas until you progress through Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Arena will be on Chapter 3. We'll touch more about all these as we close out each chapter. So, your first mission whenever you launch the game will be known as Illegal Entry. And as you can see, this is your basic mech. You have my favorite rifle throughout the entire game. A standard assault rifle, a missile launcher on the back, and a blade on the left arm. Now, I am playing with an Xbox controller. It's easier for me to do so. If you're playing on mouse and key or a PlayStation controller, the button inputs are the same, whereas you would go through. Basically, Y is triangle, B is circle, A is X, and X is square. Your joysticks are the same, but not necessarily the same placement. Your triggers and bumpers are about the same as well. So with that, let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, this gentleman who's going to be talking, you get introduced to him on the very first cutscene, known as Handler Walter. He is your overall guide within the entire game, giving you directions and everything. So, I'm going to shut up and let you guys enjoy the cutscene.
Close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal. Now, activate the AC.
Descent to ISB 2262, Rubicon 3, complete.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
I do apologize for coughing. Now, welcome to Rubicon. A little couple things as a note. down at the bottom, that where you see the compass circular coordinate going from 0 to 360, that is basically your range of target. As I noted earlier, the cameras are all the same. Now, to jump for Xbox, it's A. For PlayStation, it is X. To boost, it is square for PlayStation controller and X for Xbox. You will get all of these guide tutorials with everything as you see on the left-hand side of the screen. This is a very basic introductory mech, and here you see where it has the EN consumption. That is the very bottom. Now, one thing it does not actually go through and tell you is that secondary gauge noted right above your EN consumption. That is your stun lock.
Clear out those guard mechs. There's a chance to test your AC.
So we're gonna go ahead and clean up these guys real quick. Boost forward. And basically this lets you go through and see, oh hey, we have target assistance for enemies and mechs and other ACs that might move faster than what you're capable of actually shooting at. So trust me, this comes into play later on within the game. As you can see, it's almost like an instant lock aim assist type deal. And the multi-lock, this item is just really, really well done. We are going to take a look down here. And if you hit down on the D-pad, that is your scanner. You'll probably get a little notification about that here in a little bit. But it's just another item that I'm like, well, guide tutorials within the game don't do a really good job. As you can see, there's 4 targets highlighted. I am holding down the right bumper and we release, and it goes to all 4. Depending on how many you can target, is dependent on how many you can track. We're gonna go ahead and open this door, go on through. Tells you how to use a repair kit, which is up on the D-pad. Now we're at full life.
See the contaminated city down there? That's where you're landing. Access the catapult.
Your AC won't be moving as fast as mine does with the quick whip around, because I have different modules and stuff that I've unlocked from my playtime in the game. It all factors there except for the modules, which we will dive into later in this series, okay?
Time to fly, 621.
And I really like this cutscene too.
Coral. We'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back. Enough chat, back to work. Scavenge the AC wrecks ahead and find a valid mercenary license.
Which is pretty straightforward.
We're illegals here. You'll need ID to operate.
And quick boost, basically you see me jumping forward with the boost on, as noted, right over here. And we just go through and do our thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly destroy all these guys.
Guerrillas from the Operation Front. If we get in the way of our work, eliminate them.
And you notice in the bottom right, right there, I just reloaded my gun. So on controller, you can easily hold your triangle or Y button and the right trigger to reload.
I'm picking up signals from AC wrecks.
And we're gonna quickly go to each one as fast as possible. Notice how I'm boosting as quick as I can. Gonna eliminate these guys. A double swing.
Looks like they've got
Alright,
shields.
this.
Think you've got a blade.
Double swing. Eliminates both of them. Go to first objective, which is marked as access level 3. Don't worry about if this is objective 3. All 3 of these might have some type of S level, which basically stands for your security level. And
Pilot data.
it
Analyze it from my
really
end.
just is a way of saying, oh, it's just going to take a little bit longer for it to go through. License code extracted from an AC rec. Contains the pilot registration data. Registration number RB18. Call sign Thomas Kirk. Rank 26/E. Affiliation independent. License is expired.
This one's already expired. Keep looking.
Which is exactly what we're gonna do. Because really, you can't operate inside Rubicon with an expired license. We're really not even supposed to be operating normal.
What?
You can see the big old little helicopter Terminator looking dude. That is from the PCA, which stands for the Planetary Closure Administration. So what we're doing is we're just going to the other 2 wrecks which we have wreck number 2.
Analyzing.
And let's see who this guy is. License code extracted from an AC wreck in the contaminated city. Contains the pilot registration data. Registration number RB29. Call sign Gun 7 or G7. You'll understand this in a little bit. Hakra. Rank 22D. Affiliation Balaam Industries. The license expires in 12 hours. I don't think that's pretty good.
Corp license. Easily traced. Forget it.
You notice the right blinking? That would be your radar. Go ahead and reload my weapon. If you're ever lost on where your objectives are and you don't see it on the screen, remember, the compass tells you.
Dafeng and Schneider are on the move. The grid won't be safe. Corp AC. What? Is that an independent?
Whoops! I missed!
You're outnumbered, 621. Use your missiles.
I'm also stuck. There we go. The missiles? Okay, hold on. Fire! Listen, I never said I was the best. Nor do I claim to be.
Let's see about this license.
Registration RB37. Call sign Monkey Gordo. Rank, no rank. Affiliation, independent, and the license expires in 15 days.
It's still valid, but the pilot's rank is no good. We can't use this. I've picked up one more wreck, 621. Transmitting marker. Go and check it out.
And these vertical catapults play a huge factor on certain things and within certain missions. If you see them, utilize them. You'll understand later throughout the game. Trust me on this one.
You can use that vertical catapult to get some altitude.
And then we boost.
That's it. Try accessing the rack.
Now, for those who played Souls game, like the Soulsborne games and Elden Ring, you would recognize an arena like this. Those who have not, you're gonna understand what I'm about, like what I'm on about. Oh, you remember that helicopter we just seen?
What?
Yeah, they're back.
Looks like
By
they
the
want
way,
you after
in this
all.
aspect, don't be afraid to use cover.
I know
Also,
you can fight with the
be
PC.
aggressive when you see fit. They will fire rockets. They will fire their machine gun. However, everything that you are currently operating with, your gun and your rockets, will be able to reach them. So do not fret if you're worried about it. Look for the explosion here,
Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
and you can see how I'm utilizing certain things, right? And yes, the boss will use the edge of the map to its advantage. Is it unfair? Absolutely. However, it's necessary. And don't forget, this is the part where many experienced players and other people legitimately rage quit on, because they couldn't understand mobility and movement were key. They tried to face tank him, and I'm sorry, but if you're trying to face tank this first boss, like many others, they will utilize the edge of the map to their advantage. Much like if you didn't have an area to do so, it would be a no-brainer not to. Don't be afraid to get in their face, especially this one.
Light shoulder ammunition.
Believe it or not, this is the easier of all of them.
50%. AP at 30%.
And I'm probably gonna, be destroyed here, which is fine. It took me a couple tries, even on another playthrough, in order to beat him again. And here he's stunned.
They can kill 621.
Notice at the very top bar that he's stunned. But in retrospect,
Confirmed. Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621.
for the combat helicopter,
Here's the
you want to use your
call sign for that
mobility
license you picked up.
and cover where you see. Don't get discouraged if it takes you a couple tries, because this one was a little rough with trying to actually figure out. So if this kind of helped you out a little bit within the working confines of how to go about this, please let me know. If you like the video,
Raven.
hit that thumbs up. It helps me out. If you want to subscribe, by all means, I'd appreciate that as well. And right there, you can see where the mission's complete. I'm not worried about the rank, which is right here. I'm not worried about it at all. From the factoring on your mission payment, it will go in on repair costs and your ammunition costs. Penalties, I don't think there are any penalties associated with this. Possibly with energy weapons and other stuff that you use, but typically for those within S rank, you want to keep the total cost under 36,000 credits. But for the most part, just continue tallying all this up, and you will be good to go. And as I said, if this helped you out tremendously, do me a favor, hit that like. If you want to smash that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. If you want to check out the second video, just do me a favor. Just click the one directly to the right, which would be we're over in this area. Till then, I'm Marine Veteran. You catch me live on trovo.live/Marine Veteran, kick.com/Marine Veteran, and dlive.tv/Marine Veteran All links will be in the channel below, as well as my recommendation for the person that I would go off of for the S rank builds. Till then, I'll catch you on the next video.